It's just the sound. Sound only, yeah,
Okay.
not
So
the
the
video.
video will feed into something.
Correct.
On
So
this,
we still need a computer for that.
Yeah.
on this main mix,
Mm-hmm.
similar to when you press mix 1 for the monitors,
Mm-hmm.
can we save a setting on the main mix and get to it quickly?
Yes.
So, right? You haven't showed that
Not
to us
yet.
Okay.
Not
okay.
yet.
Well, we could. There is a thing where
Yeah,
if it's
right.
always 2 guitars and pianists, if it's like 5 of us are always on, there's something you can press when Max comes in the morning. He presses it, and the first 5 inputs, as long as they're always connected
Yeah.
the same.
So you
Jump right
have
to where we
a
are.
cue list right here,
Okay.
and you can do next cue and save the cue list. You can give them names,
Okay.
and it'll remember every setting on the board.
Okay.
So if you recall that next cue, it's going to be everything that you saved it as.
I
Okay.
guess it would be nice to have a computer to to control it, which is you have a larger screen, you can maneuver much easier. Whenever you put some information in there or you.
Yeah, there is on the PC. I know for PC they have an editor.
Okay.
So that editor software
Yeah.
kind of gives you a picture of the mixer,
Mhm.
and you can do pretty much everything on the editor software, and then save it to the thumb drive,
Yeah.
and then pop that in there,
Because I was thinking like
recall it, and then it'll do everything. You
Because
said.
whenever you manage, you try to manage things on that little screen, it's tough. I would say, for us,
I was thinking like super simple, like you're looking at a monitor, you're like, oh, English congregation, just press that button.
Well,
I don't know, but probably that's too simple.
Yeah, you can name the cues. So if I go to the cue list, there's nothing in here right now, but it would say, you can have English congregation service. So you would just select that cue and then hit recall, and then it changes it all to wherever you left it.
Oh, so yeah, Josh. Okay.
Okay.
How many of those can you save?
Oh, I forget, but it's
A lot.
It's enormous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we need.
We need like 3. But like Chinese
Maximize
congregation
Yeah, we have-
should just be 1. You
Yeah.
guys always have 1 mic, right? Maybe 2 sometimes. So we'll
Yeah.
give you 2 cues. So like you need cue 2. We might need like 5 or 6 depending on the
Whenever you got up to like 100 sometimes, you have to delete all the old file, otherwise
Yeah,
you cannot do anything with it.
We're not gonna have 100
You
cubes.
know,
No, there's
I
absolutely
don't
no.
We need
I don't
like
think in this
4 or
one.
5.
It's
Less than
We're not
10
cold
millimeters.
players.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyone from the sound group here, you've used an analog mixer. So it's the same thing. If you want headphones, that's your monitor, and your headphone jack, I believe, is down here. Okay, your headphone level is your monitor level. That's up here to turn up the headphones. And then if you hit solo, you can solo whatever channels you want into your headphones. That all works the same as an analog mixer.
That's
So
good with that.
think of it.
So you can listen to individual lines.
Yeah.
Through your headphones. So if you just want to hear my voice and mix me while everyone else is playing.
Right, or whose instrument is buzzing? I hear a buzzing. Who is that? Okay, that's the keyboard.
Okay, that would help.
It's probably.
So
I don't
the
even need that.
casters, they will use a wireless, what is it, like a speaker or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that right? That will
I'm gonna
transfer
try to match
the
it.
signal will be getting to that router, or it's
No.
or it's directly
No,
send it over.
the router's only to the iPad. This is the body pack transmitter
Yeah.
for the pastor's mic.
Yes.
Okay, so this is talking to these,
Oh, those
I think it's just
and
directly
these are
there.
plugged into here.
Oh, okay.
These are the 4
Alright.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
This is just the headphone volume.
Correct.
Oh,
Just the,
okay.
head- just the
On.
headphone
It's the
volume
on.
up here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now they
Here
use-
is your main volume right here.
So essentially, this is one of the 4 wireless mics.
Correct.
Okay.
That's very useful, Max. Right?
Yeah. That's
You should bring
All right.
You might have some.
Yeah.
So
Fine
one
headphones.
thing that's really nice if you are an audio master, right? You really love mixing and you can use some of the finer parts of this.
Yeah. All right.
All right, I
Okay.
expect at least 2 of you are gonna become an audio master with this.
May Simmons, no matter what, we'll drag you here, standing in this cube.
Earlier, I was talking about the control knobs. So this set of knobs here
Yeah.
applies to whatever channel you have selected.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm on, I'm on wireless mic 1. Let's see if I've got that here. Okay. I'm going to digress for a minute and talk about the wireless mics real quick. Okay, so you have 3 handhelds.
Yeah.
If you push the button, that screen's going to light up, and it'll tell you which unit it is. Right now, the unit goes blank to save the battery, so you don't have this glowing number on there. After a minute or so, that goes blank. And you'll have the red or if I tap this button again, it goes green. Okay, green is go, means it's on. Okay, but if you have an aside and you don't want the whole room to hear it, you can tap the mic. And
So 1 means 11 right now?
1 is in channel 11, yeah, correct. We'll label these mics 1 through 4, wireless 1 through 4, or whatever you want to do. Okay, so now I'm talking to the mic. I can see my meter here. See the meter glowing there? And I don't have my main room up. This is my main left, right. So when I bring the room up, now we're in. Okay. Just like, I'm not going to talk through this thing the whole time.
No, you're the first one. Speak to the room.
What's this one?
This is your main.
What's the next
Volume.
one next to it?
This is mono.
Yeah.
So if you have you don't need that feature really for what you're doing. Everything's in mono anyway. So this is feeding a left and a right signal to the 4-channel amplifier,
Okay.
and that's feeding each individual row of speakers. Okay.
So it's like master volume.
Yeah, this is the only one you need. You could get real fancy if you wanted and send another output through here, and then the mono could be the middle row of speakers, and you could do stereo, but you wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
This room is way too small.
No, you don't want to do that.
Step 1 for us
It gets
is to
dangerous.
figure out how to record it, how to
Okay, up here,
get around it.
we'll call this the assignment section. So this is where we're doing all the fine tuning. Okay. Up here in your main window here next to the screen is, you'll see the LR button is left, right. You know, that's here. LR, left, right, that's your main. Okay, so if this button isn't selected on the channel, I have channel selected here, and I turn it on, and I'm talking in the microphone, I see my signal, why don't I hear anything? It's because I'm selected here. I don't have it turned on in the house. Okay, this is telling it, whatever channel I have selected, this is telling it, I want you to send all the sound to the main. So this has to be lit up if you're going to hear anything. That's a troubleshooting step. If I don't hear it, make sure that nobody bumped that.
Yeah, we have to be very careful about what we're saying.
Okay. Mono is the same way, except that you're not going to use it. So you could have it going to both, you know, for mono. All right. The next section over is the equalizer. So this is a very nice sounding equalizer. The feature is fantastic to control the tone. So this room, my ear tells me there's a lot of low end, a lot of low frequency volume carrying in this room. It's not so much that's high frequency bouncing. That's not so bad in here. It's actually pretty good. But you know, if I'm not even a deep voice, and it's really taken off. So what I would do through the microphone was take a little bit of that low frequency out for the microphones. And the human voice doesn't go down below 80 hertz. So I'm getting a little bit technical here. But one thing that you want to do with your vocal microphones is use a feature called the high pass filter. And that high pass filter will take all of the low frequency out of whatever's coming through the mic. That way it won't feed back. So say somebody forgot and they're walking by the monitor, or they walk out here and they're right under a speaker, and a low noise hits the microphone, it won't feed back, it won't take off on you, you know, and make a obnoxious sound. So I'm going to do that with this. So I've got my microphone here, I've got it selected. I'm going to turn it back on. Push and hold to turn it on, and push and hold to turn it off. Simple. At the bottom here.
It's like a phone.
Okay, so I've got my channel selected. Now I've got this section here is your most critical. So this is your gain, so your preamp. So on your analog mixer, the top row of knobs is your preamp. Okay, this is the same thing. You've got an indicator here where it's at. So I don't want to be peaking in the red. You know, if I'm a really strong singer, I really get in there, I don't want to see that meter going off the chart. You might want to back that gain a little bit until this meter is behaving.
Stay green.
Yeah, you want to stay green, maybe a little bit of yellow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would be conservative with your preamp. But if you say, wow, why is that person so much quieter than everybody else? I've got their volume here. They might need a little bit more gain on their channel first. Okay.
What's the difference between gain and volume?
Yeah.
Gain is, this is basically the first stage of the mixer
Okay.
where the voltage is amplified for the very first time.
Okay. So it's
Okay.
a technical thing. Kind of.
Yeah. So this is getting the voltage up to a working rate, so
Okay.
that the mixer can say, okay, I can do that. I can work with that. It sounds good. All right. If you have a condenser microphone, sometimes you might have a condenser that needs phantom power for maybe a string instrument or a piano or something like that. Why do I have the microphone plugged in? I don't see anything on the meters. Make sure it's doesn't need phantom power. If it does, select the channel that the microphone's coming in at and turn on the phantom power, which is here, 48 volts. Yep. That's only if you have condenser mics. Right now you don't have any, between these are
We do. We
lined.
have some.
Okay.
We have a few XLR ones that.
That require the phantom. So you can get everything you need off the
It
board.
just goes through the XLR through the ground.
Yep.
To the mic.
Yep.
So,
It's not going to
We
hurt
need
it
to
if the
label that.
48
We need to
volt
label
is
it.
on everything, but I don't recommend it. I would just use it. All right. This, the high pass filter, I'm going to come back to what I was talking about earlier. So I'm going to select the channel that I'm talking into. Right below the gain is the high pass filter, but I have to turn it on. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on. Now I've got a glowing light. Now everything that I have here on this knob, I'm going to start scrolling it up, and you'll see as soon as I touch that, it came up in the main screen, and then it'll go back, it'll go away. So as soon as I start moving it, so I'm going to take it like so, and I'm going to take everything from 180 hertz down. So a lot of that low end is already better. This is the intelligibility is already better just by taking that low end out of the mic.
This is a huge difference.
Okay, that's my best friend mixing.
So
Live
if it
bands.
lights up, that means it's taking out the.
Correct. That means that it's
I mean,
in.
orange, and the orange is the level that you're taking out.
Correct.
Okay.
This is another one of the most beautiful things about this mixer. Not all digital mixers do this. This is the only one that I know of that does. One of my favorite features. It's called totem feature, which means you can stack channels on top of each other. So say I don't want to go through this every time. I don't want to go to the next channel. You go, okay, I got to turn that one on. And turn that up. Okay, so you don't have to do that for everything. What you do is you push and hold. And now, right now I pushed and hold, and it's the select lights came on. Okay, that means that these two have the high filter engaged. So whatever. So now I'm gonna put that on all four of those mics that we have.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay, and let go. So now when I touch these, you see that it's on.
Nice.
It works the same way for everything here.
So if you have like 5 people and 4 people have really bassy, but like one's not,
Mhm.
then you can just only apply to some of them, right?
Correct.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's individual channel.
Okay.
So tune out the low end. That's fantastic.
You can customize it.
All right. It also works the same way for the compressor and the gate. These are a little more. Are you guys with me on compressors and gates? Have you used those?
Nope.
You
Okay.
could- that'd be good one.
Hey,
Okay.
Chris, can I ask you how long you think it's going to last? Because my storage really has a limit here.
Oh, gotcha.
That's why I'm doing. That's why I'm taking pictures.
We're getting pretty in depth on this because I have some enthusiasts here. We can keep moving because I could probably go on this for
So
2 more
you-
hours.
Like 2 hours, another 2 hours? There's no way.
I could.
The rabbit.
So I don't want to do that. That was not my intention. I was just kind of taking you through and giving. What, you want me to speed it up?
Okay,
Yeah, the condensed tour.
right, I know there will be a break,
Mhm.
and then you're going to do something more and then come back.
Correct.
So how long do we have until that break?
Let's see what time we have here. I didn't really have like a class time schedule since we have this going on. 1:12. Let's go for let's go for 15 more minutes.
15 more minutes?
Yeah, let's go for 15, and then I should be able to get through the basic functions on the mixer in 15.
Yeah.
That'd be a good break point.
Can we try it?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't want to leave until I have at least a couple of people.
Yeah, we'll do
So I
that.
was
Yeah.
thinking you missed some of our
Chris,
mics
my,
for us.
my suggestion is
Sweet.
really
Yeah,
there's only 80% what you said. I couldn't understand anything. There's
Okay.
probably just a couple person that really know what you're
I
talking
think this
about.
is.
Most of us probably just want to hear to see how you set it up for us and to hear.
Okay.
I mean,
Turn
I
it
think
off
I-
and
I
how to
think
turn
we
it on,
should
turn it off, and record it.
I mean,
That's,
Yeah.
I'm